going to connect those positions to the actual activity is my question, my position. How we gonna connect all those? Because if it is no connection, then they're going to feel like what is happening in here.
Okay.
Then I don't know. Maybe the interview. Do you have any idea about the interview? One question that we can. Are we?
Usually we've done, like in the past, we just had like general questions. What makes
Like?
you a candidate? What makes you a candidate? What makes you the better candidate? Or what's an area? Yeah, what's an area that is your strength? Or and so.
But I understand the part, but how we can apply this to the actual activity? Because it is even is a good one. If we don't have a purpose, then it's gonna get lost in the.
Yeah.
You know, in the situation. Then we need to have a purpose for the interview, applying to the different activities that we're going to do. For instance, the contract is a good idea, but if we don't connect the interview with the contract and the actual activities, is something that is not working.
And really, we haven't had too much. Like most kids are bought in throughout the process, and so I think it's with us, showing them what can you earn, because they always want to know what is it that I get from this.
Mm-hmm.
So if we started off and kind of have that as the intro, I really think they're pretty. Hardworking. They like it.
I think they buy into all the rewards too, because we do a reward system with our RAS kids are learning A to Z, and like I made the points really high, like they had to earn 8,000 points to get like something of their choice, like toffees or candy bar, but they're doing it. Some of them are already on their second reward.
Out of the few years I've been doing this, I think I've honestly only had 1 or 2 kids just not here or not try.
Yeah.
Even last year, they were really excited about it and using their money.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
And I think if we heighten really on like the soccer game or the, certain aspects of it, I think they'll buy in.
We can definitely, I like the idea for the hook and the alley gun buy it in, but.
So do we almost want to look now, if we're doing it not just math, do we want to look at the compensation and see, because in order to determine the prize money, we have to look at compensation first and see what assignments can we add.
Well, that was kind of the thing, is when you first sent it, I started thinking like, what could I do in ELA to give them money? But like Compass goes through social studies, and we don't have a con equivalent, we don't use Education Galaxy. So, and we have a unit from our textbook that we're gonna be doing for the rest of the year. So that was we don't have all of these things to, like, we don't give them set do-nows, we don't.
Do you have assignments, like daily assignments? Do you?
What about your conference? I don't know too much about balanced literacy, but I don't know. I just heard someone just say when a conference with a student.
There's vocabulary. There's some stuff
Yeah,
that they could
well-
do. They could do this stuff like Education Galaxy. They can do it on their own at home, can't they?
I was looking at Education Galaxy, and they have to do a diagnostic pre-test first before it unlocks any of the reading activities, and it's 48 questions for reading.
Because then you could give them money for finishing the diagnostic
Well,
test.
it's 48 questions and there's a star. And I took it and I missed some so I could see what it would show.
Right.
And it's a lot. The test is a lot for them to get through. So I was thinking it could just be like menu, like optional work for them to go on to Education Galaxy. But I know I'm gonna have some kids that this late in the year, they're gonna get green on everything.
So could that be where you, instead of doing Education Galaxy, you tier up and have them, I don't know what you could do with ELA,
Yeah.
but find an article and summarize.
What's
I don't
y'all's
know.
next unit? Like, what's the text y'all are using?
We've
Or
taught
what?
everything.
Right.
It's just review.
Okay.
So what does that look like in the classroom?
We are using a unit from the book we're adopting for next year to kind of preview it a bit.
Okay.
And we're doing, like, it's very structured. There's not, like, no give. It's like we're doing one text for 2 weeks, then we're doing another text for 1 week, another text for a week and a half, and then it's just we're doing nonfiction, fiction, poetry, paired text, straight through.
One question could be, are we going to reward them based on results, or just by be part of the activity? Because high students going to, if it is for results, high students going to get more money than the ones that are struggling. Then how are we going to manage this? That any students can be able to be part actually of the competition or the part of the contract. I don't know how we call it.
I think that's good because we do have so many different levels of students that need the motivation.
And the ones that we need also are the lowest.
And for that, a lot of the times, Jeffrey, I don't know if you did the same, but I would do if they completed the assignment and showed all of their work, like they actually, tried their best, that would be compensation. If they graded their assignment and they saw, oh, I was lower than a 70, but they did corrections on it, that could be a way to get money too.
Okay.
So it kind of varies.
Yeah, that's one point.
Mm-hmm.
And but how are we going to compensate those? Or how are we going to manage the table for, try to help those that are, behind in order to bring them.
Yeah.
That's,
You also say you pay them for small group, right? Typically, your lower kids you're going to see more often in small groups. They'll get more money through small groups. Like we see our lower group kids like 3 times a week, and some of our high kids we see like once a week.
now how are we going to support my other question is science and social study. How can we going to be part of the?
So let's go with science now. What are kind of some daily things that you do in science?
Well,
Because
we
can help
actually
you.
are, but it's more for reading. We are doing every morning we do a small activity. It involves reading, comprehension, questioning, but it's a everyday activity. And that way, I know that every student is being part of this, and if they get a grade actually for doing this, but it's only for reading. I don't have so far something for math. Then how we gonna play this? That's my question. Because I can do it using science, but it's not the point. The point is reading and math. I know that the part of reading I can, actually we are working hard with those daily activity. But how can we help you with the math?
You do Education Galaxy in science, right?
Yeah, we do, but my concern about the Education Galaxy is that they the same animosity. They don't want to do it. They just clicking answers, click.
Mhm.
Then
So could it be where they have to get above a certain number of stars to get money, or
I think a lot of them are burnt out on. I've
just
heard
not
them.
too much?
Well, because they do that and they do Compass. So kind of what Damien was saying earlier, they have like an hour every day of staring at a screen, answering
Mm-hmm.
their questions, and then still working in our
Yeah.
blocks. So
Do, like,
I mean, the
problem
stuff.
solving.
I don't think it's that everything has to be math or ELA related, because we're also working on the general confidence, relationship building, motivation. So I mean, we still want them excelling in social studies and science as well.
yeah, but
so.
the activity that we do every day is about science, but involves to read and make conclusions. All the process, the reading, is connected with the subject that we are covering in every unit. And that way, I'm doing both. I'm trying to develop reading and applying to science. That's my question about math, because I don't have. I would like to have something that I can do as well as reading, applying to science, but which is kind of.
What upcoming
Maybe-
units do you have?
We do like word.
Excuse me.
What upcoming content or units do you have coming up?
We are going to start talking about the solar system, cells, and ecosystems. Those
Okay.
are the 3 last part of the year.
They can almost do word problems that are about whatever you're learning in science. maybe so they're getting that math in there, but it's about whatever content you're.
Let me show you what I'm doing.
What'd you say? Oh. What?
Was that the new check?
I think it's good.
She was once. I'll do it like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, she needs to, well.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be
She needs to
strictly
really-
Yeah,
science
it's
and
like
reading related in his
I
class,
think
but where he
it's
doesn't
maybe
science, that's
highlight
what
Still
you
the
can.
be,
keywords that help
you know,
you.
you can still
That's what I
pay
did
them
to
for their
do
science
just
work,
to-
or you can pay them
and
for
to write
doing their
their
social
Yeah.
studies work.
I don't think he's meaning
I
that.
have to
I think he
listen.
wants to know
I didn't take
specifically
them out, but I just wanted to make sure.
what do you want him to work on. If you give him a kid, if you're like, hey,
Make sure
I want you to
yes,
take these kids under your wing, and they really need help with fiction, or if they really need help with
Infer.
this, or
It's all info.
and so it could be of you guys just going, okay, how do you guys teach inferring? Because that's what science is. And so if he's using the same language that you guys are using and going, or whatever it is, book and what you know, or inference, or whatever it is, I think that's what he's asking. What specifically can I help you with? I'm already doing reading with science, but what skill can I be more
So you can
helpful
almost
with?
say like percents or proportions.
So he's saying, yeah,
Okay.
that's specifically what he's asking
Well,
for.
what if we give him our do nows?
Oh. Math do now, so we
He's,
could do that.
he's
at the
game. I
beginning.
mean, I don't know if we'll have to ask him. I don't know if he's ever taught 6th grade math or what it is, but I mean, he's an engineer. He's very knowledgeable.
But their do nows is like their independent work, right?
It's
They
kind
do
of-
it at the beginning and then we go over it.
Yeah, which he could easily go over the problems and we could tie them.
I don't know. I
Only
just
thing
know
would
that
be-
he's really engaged and really wants to do this, and I just want to keep him engaged and he wants to do
Just
it.
be making sure he's explaining it the way that we explained it to him. That's all
Mhm.
important.
Which would help us and save us like 10 or 15 minutes in our class.
Yeah. That would be awesome. So then,
Because we were thinking the last 2 units, our like 4 guarantees for our high leverage social studies, we've already taught them. They just come back every unit. So I can modify it, so we're like, man, or we can do something together where we're helping something.
yeah.
This is what we are using for everyday activity. You have, they need to read a small paragraph and make some conclusion, answers, and every day is this vocabulary, different approach. And at the end of the week, they have a small kind of review of the whole week. But it's applied to science, but it's all the reading process.
That's perfect.
That we are doing this.
So that could easily be the compensation. They could
Mhm.
get compensation for each day, compensation for the assessment.
Yeah,
They could do corrections on that
Uh-huh.
to do.
But then we talked about in math, we do nows every day, and so we usually give them about 2 questions or so a day. So they get about 5 minutes to do them, and then you as the teacher would go over those with them. So if you wanted to do something with that,
Say it
with
again.
teaching, so at the beginning, we do like our daily warm-ups.
Uh-huh.
So you could even give the math daily warm-ups in your class, and then go over those with them, so that they see, oh, it's not just us doing the math, it's also with you.
Okay, since we're gonna start with the
Solar system.
solar system, we can do a lot of math with this, but
Yeah.
for instance,
I was about to say,
distance.
if you tell us what your, or like specifically if you send us like your
The resources.
the resources, we could type up math problems that coincide with what you're teaching.
I think it's gonna be easier if you are providing me what are the parts that you need to cover, because that way I can, okay, this is, instead of you producing the distance of the planets, times of rotations, there is a lot of activities in math that we can apply right now. But you just need to tell me, okay, this ticks,
Okay.
we need
That's
to
really
cover.
good. Yeah, it's very good.
Thank you. We need to cover this, and then I can develop with them, applying to the activity. And I'm sure that they would be part of that.
Yeah,
But I need then for you to provide me with the tips.
Yeah.
we can do that easy.
Okay.
Do our high leverage.
It's got great vocabulary on there. And it's making them write.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
Mhm.
Which they hate writing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
No,
like, that's
they-
your
they
class
hate-
next year.
yeah.
You're gonna have a writing class, so get ready.
Yeah.
There's a lot of highly